Mary's decor is exactly like Mary's personality. You never quite know what you're gonna get.
But if your clothes are taking over your 20,000 square foot house, you might be a high-end hoarder.
Mary's house is a little disjointed from her personal style, and she's so put together, so chic.
Mary Cosby, fashion icon, resilient mother, woman of God. In the current 5th season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, she's having a good season. Such a good season that we have all conveniently forgotten about her marriage to her step-grandfather, her thinly veiled racism, and those pesky little cult leader allegations that involve her allegedly using money from parishioners to fund her expensive lifestyle. But like other viewers, I'm going to brush that aside for a bit and focus on what really fascinates me about Mary, her taste in interior decor. Money might buy you lots of things, but unfortunately, money does not buy you taste. Mary makes some interesting choices when decorating that combine together to make an unique home. Built in 1994, this 9-bedroom, 7.5 bath, 11,000 square foot mansion sits comfortably on 2.18 acres in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's a lot of house for just 3 people, Mary, her husband, and their son, especially considering that they own 4 other sizable houses spread across the country. The exterior is mainly stone and features a 4-car garage. We have a high arched entry. Overall, it's large, but pretty nondescript. Doesn't really give you a lot of hints about the interestingness that you're going to find inside. After entering, you can see that the front door is flanked by 2 gold thrones. This is actually the first of many thrones throughout the house. I'm not joking, almost every room seen on camera has at least 1 throne. It's wild. The first room off the entry is the living room, which is very white, and it's mainly filled with traditional furniture. Mary is of a certain age, and I feel like her furniture truly reflects that. Not a bad thing, but it's just traditional looking decor. The furnishings are mainly gold. She really likes a gilded object. She really likes the shiny gold look. While this room is dated, it isn't offensive. I really think it's a great start to the house, but again, doesn't really give you a hint about what is to come. Going down the hallway, we see a second living room. This time it features her infamous green carpet, which she claims that her dogs throughout the years constantly mistake for grass and pee on. Like the previous living room, the decor is traditional, but this room also features a bar, but they're basically the same room, just one's green and one's white. However, this room did receive a makeover between seasons where they cut out all the green carpet and replaced it with white. So now she has 2 very white living rooms. She did update some of the furniture, but the room really maintains that traditional style that we see throughout. Next, we have her Tiffany blue kitchen. In this day and age of all beige everything, I love to see a kitchen with color, but I can't say that I actually love the color when it's combined with the countertops. Her kitchen is pretty full of clutter, which isn't unheard of in an average home. When we're comparing it to the average housewife house we see very edited, curated homes with absolutely no clutter. So Mary's is just standing in very stark contrast here. She also has these awful vases that I have this irrational hatred of. She has 3 of them too. It's too much. Off the kitchen, we have this small dining area, which she obviously is going to have throne chairs in. That is her thing. But this time we're seeing a different type of throne. Usually she's sticking to like a traditional gold throne, but here we have these wild multicolored thrones, which she has admitted that she regrets buying. Also in this area, we have large jars of candy and other whimsical, colorful things, which is just really interesting comparing that to all the white traditional decor that we saw previously. Now we're seeing more of Mary's playful side here. There's this beautiful, gorgeous view that is framed out by this window seat, which is covered in Chanel pillows. Mary loves her designer labels, so of course she's going to introduce that into her decor. We also have a formal dining room, which is larger. Of course, her dining room is filled with more gold thrones and, of course, more clutter. In season 2, we actually get to see a bathroom, which is pretty exciting, but she treats us to a look at her guest bathroom, which has these light fixtures that Mary seems to find very ugly, but I actually don't think they're that bad. I think they could really shine in like a dark, moody room. But Mary's excuse for buying these light fixtures is that she was on her period and she must have been having menstrual cramps to make such a bad decision. She's just such a character. And then best for last is my absolute favorite part of Mary's house, and that is Mary's bedroom. Or really more her closet, or I guess like a closet bedroom. And this is the room where Mary sleeps surrounded by all her designer goods. And when we see her bed, it's actually really funny to me because she literally has the throne version of a bed, a throne bed, if you will. She just loves her thrones. And then she has some mirrored furniture, which I have like huge beef with mirrored furniture. I hate it. I think it should die. And then she has these vintage mannequin heads throughout that I thought I didn't hate, but after looking at more of the footage, I think I really do hate them. But mainly the room is just filled with lots and lots of designer clothing and accessories. And of course, more thrones. But this is just so Mary to me. The exterior, right? We have this unassuming exterior. We have this very formal, traditional living area. The bulk of the house is really traditional, but then when we actually get to the core, we find that it's complete and utter chaos. And I feel like that's just like Mary herself. She presents as this very polished, put together woman. She is a leader in her church, right? But then when you really look at Mary and look at her behavior, she is just a chaotic being, just like her bedroom. I just love how much her house reflects her personality. Just truly a unique house when it comes to a housewife. I love that it's not too curated, it's not too edited, it's a real home. And we don't get to see that a lot on reality television. So thank you, Mary, for sharing your house with us. Truly an interesting house that I loved going through.